Hello friends, welcome to today's class. So today we will go ahead and try to do some problems, and we'll try to do some problems on characteristic functions and as well as finding the PDF. So we'll try to cover these two topics in today's class, that is problems on characteristic functions and problems on your PDF. Okay, so yeah. So let us go ahead, let us see the first problem of today's class. So for the exponential random variable, we have small fx of x is equal to lambda of e raised to minus lambda x in the range x greater than or equal to 0 and 0 elsewhere. Mu x is equal to 1 by lambda, rho square x is equal to 1 by lambda square, phi x of j omega is equal to lambda into lambda minus j omega raised to minus 1. So let w be the sum of two independent random variables. Say that means what now? That is w is the sum of two independent random variable observations, that is x1 and x2. Find the PDF and the characteristic function of w. So this is the problem statement. Okay. So let us try to understand what is the problem trying to tell us. Let us go step by step. The first thing the problem is telling is that it is a exponential random variable. That means whatever we are seeing here, whatever we will be covering is, it is a exponential random variable. You can see here, it is a exponential random variable. Okay. And they have also given its range. Okay. So we are discussing this problem. So they have given here an exponential random variable. You can observe here. Next, they have given you the mean. Mu is nothing but what now? Mean. So mean is 1 by lambda. They have given rho square x, which is nothing but your variance. So they have given your variance, which is 1 by lambda square. And they have also given your characteristic function, which is pi x. Okay. The next thing they have given is, they have told us that we have a w, which is sum of two random variables, and these two random variables are independent. They are independent. And now remember friends, these are not x and y, we have x1 and x2. Small change. Instead of x and y, they are given as what? x1 and x2. And what we need to find? We need to find the PDF and we need to find the characteristic function of w. They have already given us what now? Your PDF of your x, PDF of x. We need to find the PDF of w. Okay. So this is done. Let us move ahead, try to see the solution, how the solution would look. So let us try to see here. Yeah. So we already know that from our previous discussion that the PDF of sum of two random variables is given using the convolutional integral, right? What is convolutional integral? That we have seen in the previous class. That is, while studying your PDF of sum of two independent random variables, please refer the previous videos. You will come to know that we have studied our convolution integral. It is given by what now? It is minus infinity to plus infinity, the first function, and the second function, which is shifted function. That's why we have written here w minus x. Okay. So the same thing we will be using in our solution as well here. So that is, we will be seeing the convolutional integral, that is to find the PDF of w. Okay. So let us replace your x by w. You can see here we have replaced x by w, and we need to find what now? Convolutional integral. There we had two x and y. You can see here. Okay, we had x and y, but here we have what now? x1 and x2. That is the small change. There also we were finding the PDF of w. Here also we are finding the PDF of w. Please refer the previous notes as well as the video. This will be more clear. And this is the formula. Okay. Now, what is our x? Our x is a exponential random variable. See here friends, our x is a exponential random variable. And what type of exponential random variable it is? It is decaying exponential random variable. You can see a negative sign here. This negative sign tells us that it is a decaying function. So when you try to plot this function, please observe here in the right hand side corner. When you try to plot this function, you can observe that here it is a decaying exponential function. Okay. And so that means Here your x1 is what now? It is a decaying exponential function that we have plotted here, that we have plotted here. Okay, so this line. Okay, next thing is what? You have to flip and shift. We have to flip and shift from your signals and systems. So we have flipped this signal. We have flipped this signal. Okay, we have shifted it by an amount of w, or by an amount of minus. You just try to understand it. That is nothing but we are trying to flip and shift. This I have explained in very much detail while explaining this. Okay, so the same thing what we have done here, we have flipped and shifted. Now in this diagram we need to only consider the overlapping region. So please consider only the overlapping region which is here, which is what now? In the range of 0 to w. Okay, so since our x is greater than or equal to 0, from the question, if you observe in the question here, they already given us that the value exists only in the range of positive values, that is x greater than or equal to 0. That means what now? We can neglect our negative values, these values. So that means what, in clear terms, that is w minus x is greater than or equal to 0. That means your w, when we take this x to the other hand side, your w becomes greater than or equal to x. So that means our limits will be from where now? 0 to w. So for this, the simple region, the overlapping region, first thing. Next thing, they are given us that x is greater than or equal to 0. So therefore, we are assuming that w minus x is also greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So we have decided the limits. That is, it is from 0 to w. Next thing is what now? We need to substitute the values of x1, fx of 1 of x and fx2 of w minus x. So fx1 is what now? It is lambda into e raised to minus lambda x. This has been given in the question, friends. You can observe here. It is lambda into e raised to minus lambda x. And what is your f of x2 into w minus x? Just shift it by w minus x. That is, replace this x by w minus x. Okay. Next, just try to solve this integration now. We will be trying to solve this integration. So lambda into lambda is nothing but lambda square. Okay. So e raised to minus lambda x and this exponential function, both we can add their powers. We can add their powers. See here. So it is e raised to minus lambda x. Just multiply this lambda inside. So it is minus lambda w. This minus and this minus would become a plus. Okay. Thereby it becomes lambda x. Okay. So you can observe this plus lambda x and this minus lambda x both would get cancelled, and the remaining thing is what now? E raised to minus lambda w. Fine. So when you integrate this term with respect to x, you will be getting is what now? X itself. That is, you have a dx. These all terms are constant. There is no x in your lambda square and e raised to minus lambda w. You remove it outside the integration sign and you integrate just this dx. The answer you will be getting is x. Put the limits, that is, the upper limit is w and the lower limit is 0. Fine. So after putting the limits, this is what is your answer. You can just observe here that the x has been replaced by w. So it is nothing but a constant c lambda square, which is here, e raised to minus lambda x. Okay. W is where this thing. Fine. So this is where, this is only when it is w is greater than or equal to 0, and for all other values it is 0. So this PDF, whatever you see here, it is called as Erlang's random variable of order 2. It is called as Erlang's random variable of order 2. So in question paper, they might ask a question saying that find the Erlang's random variable of order 2. Instead of giving such a long statement here, if you observe here, instead of giving such a long statement, they might just say that find the Erlang's random variable of order 2. Remember this thing, friends, very important. They might ask the question something like that. Okay. So keep this in mind. Next thing is what? We need to find the characteristic functions. And in order to find the characteristic function, it has been already told that your x and y are independent. X and y is nothing but x1 and x2 in our case. Okay. And we know that when our random variables are independent, we can multiply their characteristic functions. Fine. So this you have seen in your previous lecture. That is, we have proved it that when our x and y are independent, we can multiply their characteristic functions. So the characteristic function has been already given, friends. If you observe the question here, it has been already given. So yeah, this is the thing. I'll just zoom out. So this is the characteristic function they have given you, lambda into lambda minus j omega raised to minus 1. So we'll use the same characteristic function to solve it. So you can see here it is nothing but lambda into lambda minus j omega raised to minus 1, lambda into lambda minus j omega raised to minus 1. So just multiply it, it becomes lambda square, the power gets added, lambda minus j omega raised to minus 2. Okay. So next thing is we can also find its mu, that is mean. Mean is nothing but addition of their means. So the mean has been already given, it is 1 by lambda, in the question only they are given, that is mean is 1 by lambda and variance is 1 by lambda square. So you can just add them up. So mean is 1 by lambda plus 1 by lambda, which would give you 2 by lambda. Variance is also we will be adding for your w. So please make a correction here, this is not mu x, this is mu w. Please make a small note, this small correction. Instead of mu x, you will be writing here mu w. Okay. Similarly, variance of w is nothing but variance of x and y, which is nothing but 1 by lambda square plus 1 by lambda square. You will be getting here 2 by lambda square. Okay. So this is your one type of problem which they may ask in your V2 examination. So please go through such type of problems. Very important. Next, moving ahead, we'll try to understand one more small problem. So please concentrate. Here, let me read out the statement first. Two zero-mean Gaussian random variables x and y are added. That is, w is equal to x plus y, and their variances are rho square is equal to 2 and rho square is equal y is equal to 4. That is, rho square of x is equal to 2 and rho square of y is equal to 4. Find the characteristic function of w. Find the characteristic function of w. So they have given us two random variables, friends, x and y. Fine. And these are Gaussian random variables. Remember this thing. When we say Gaussian, go back to the Gaussian notes, Gaussian video, see what is Gaussian random variable, see what is its PDF, see what is its characteristic function, and remember those formulas. Then you come back and try to solve this problem. Very easy problem if you know those things. Okay. So what he has told to find us now? He has told us to find the characteristic function of w. Okay. So the PDF of a Gaussian random variable, I have reproduced it here. So it is given by small fx of x, which is equal to 1 divided by rho of x square root of 2 pi e raised to minus x minus mu x the whole square divided by 2 rho square x. And its characteristic function is also a formula which you need to remember, which is pi of x j omega is equal to, this exp is nothing but e raised to j omega mu x minus omega square rho square x by 2. So we are interested in finding the characteristic function of w. That means we should know this pi x of j omega. Okay. So just substitute the values of your mu and rho that have been given here. The mu is 0 and rho square of x is equal to 2. Why mu is 0? Because he has told here CL. Two zero-mean Gaussian random variables. And what is rho square of x? It is 2. So substitute those values. Mu is equal to 0 and rho square of x is equal to 2. When mu is equal to 0, this whole term would be 0. And when rho square x becomes here, when you substitute 2, the 2 in the numerator and 2 in the denominator would get cancelled. And the answer you would get is e raised to minus omega square. Fine. So this is for x. For x it is done. Next we'll do for y. For y also he has given, it is what now? It is 0 mean, but the variance is difference. Variance is what now? It is 4. So we'll be substituting 0 and 4. So you can see here mu y is equal to 0 and rho square y is equal to 4. So here in the place of rho square y, we'll be putting 4. So 2 and 4 would get cancelled. You would get here 2. So it is e raised to minus 2 omega square. Don't worry about mu y because it is 0. So this whole term would be going to 0. So what is the final answer, friends? It is e raised to minus 2 omega square. And we already know that when we have two independent Gaussian random variables, their characteristic functions can be multiplied. This we have proved. So therefore, we have our mu of pi of x which is e raised to minus omega square. We have our pi of y, which is e raised to minus 2 omega square. Just multiply those two values. Okay, so add the powers. So minus 1 minus 2, you will be getting here is minus 3 omega square. Done. So the same problem they may ask, they might just change the values here. Instead of 2 and 4, they might give some other values. Okay, so this is regarding your problem section. If you have any doubts in these problems, please get back to me. I'll try to address your problems. Thank you for watching. We'll again meet in the next video.